Hello again. Now I would like to welcome Olivia Sibony from Department of International Trade within British Embassy, and she's also the CEO of Dealmaker. And she will talk about moving to the UK to scale impactful business. Enjoy the keynote.
Welcome to this latest session. My name is Olivia Sibony, and I'm here to talk to you about the Department of International Trade's Global Entrepreneur Program. So, this is looking at the UK startup and scale-up ecosystem, although really I'm going to focus mainly on the startup ecosystem for the purpose of this presentation. And what we're going to look at is taking your impactful business international through the Global Entrepreneur Program. So who am I? My name is Olivia Sibony, and I wear two hats. I am a deal maker for the Great Entrepreneur Program at the DIT, which I shall talk to you about through this presentation. And I'm very new to this role, but the reason I have been brought on to do this role is because of the other hat I wear. So I am the co-founder and CEO of an organization called SeedTribe. And what we do at SeedTribe is we connect impactful entrepreneurs with angel investors. So what do I mean by an impactful entrepreneur? An impactful entrepreneur is an entrepreneur who marries profit and purpose. So they are entrepreneurs who have a for-profit business model, but they use this business model to address a core social or environmental challenge. And that's because my belief is that business can be used as a force for good. And there are many incredible opportunities for people to use a for-profit business model in order to address these challenges. And therefore, the more you address a key social or environmental challenge, the more profits that you can make. So this is my everyday role. This is my job as an entrepreneur. And this is why the Department of International Trade invited me to come on board and become a deal maker. So I shall now talk to you a little bit more about the program and how we can hopefully be of help to you. So what is the GEP, Global Entrepreneur Program? What we do is we attract international entrepreneurs with their innovation-rich tech companies into the UK to set up their global headquarters in the UK. Once they are in the UK, the program supports these businesses to scale up and look internationally to grow their businesses, and therefore creating high-value jobs and contributing both to productivity and economic growth. To date, we have helped over 850 businesses relocate to the UK, created 5,000 quality jobs, and raised over 1 billion in venture capital and investment funding for these organizations. So within this program, there are roles called deal makers, which is, and I am one of these deal makers. So there are 18 of us in the UK, and we are all, as mentioned, successful entrepreneurs. So we all have a full-time job running our startup, in addition to helping entrepreneurs to move to the UK in order to grow their businesses. And the reason that the GEP works this way is so that we can be here with practical hands-on experience to support entrepreneurs and really understand the challenges that they're going through, because they're challenges that we also have experienced and continue to experience. You really understand what it's like to be an entrepreneur and are on your side in order to help you grow. So we act as mentors, we help you develop strategies, make introductions to key networks and investors, and we help you relocate to the UK in order to grow your business from here. So the entrepreneurs that we look to help move to the UK are impressive entrepreneurs, founders, and their teams. They have a proven success of their company in the market. They are IP rich. with scalable technologies, and they are internationally minded and wanting to scale their companies globally. So what that means is the purpose is that you as an entrepreneur already have a good business up and running in your country, but you feel that the UK is a good place in order to help you grow to that next level, and receive extra support, access to markets, to funding, etc., in order to help you grow to that next level in the UK, in your own country, and further afield. So why the UK? There are a number of reasons why it's great to do business in the UK. And again, as an entrepreneur, I have experienced this, and it's been a fantastic experience for me. Firstly, the ease of doing business. It's incredibly easy to set up here, and there is low corporation tax. And Forbes ranked the UK in 2018 as the best country to grow your business. So it really is very easy and straightforward to set up here. There's also a great tax rate for registered patents. And two of the schemes that I have personally found the most helpful as an entrepreneur are the Enterprise Investment Scheme, EIS, and its sister scheme, the Seed Enterprise Investment Scheme. And this is essentially an incentive for investors to invest into early stage startups because they get huge tax benefits. And this has really transformed the UK ecosystem because investors are driven to invest into startups, and they are incentivized to take a lot of risk in investing in early stage startups. In addition to that, you have what is called the R&D, Research and Development Tax Credits, and it is a huge tax relief for companies who are doing research and development and receive huge tax breaks in order to support them in this. So what are the types of support that the UK can give? I broke this down into 4 key categories. There is social capital, markets, financial capital, and the advanced infrastructure. So if we look at social capital, for example, there are over 3,500 tech meetups across the UK, supporting 1.6 million people. There is mentoring support at every stage of business, which really matchmakes professional individuals across a whole number of industries who want to come in and mentor startups at every stage to help grow their business. And there are huge opportunities for peer-to-peer and business networks. There are many diversity programs. And as an example, there are more female tech entrepreneurs in the UK than in France and Germany combined. So there's a great diversity of entrepreneurs adding to that social capital. Access to markets. The UK is Europe's largest tech market for fintech, enterprise software, health, energy, and transport. It's growing at twice the national average, and the tech exports account for more than £3 billion a year. And there's a huge growth in IT services, predicted to grow at over 5.5% year on year to 2024 and beyond. The financial market is also hugely attractive. We've received $13 billion in venture capital tech funding in 2019 alone. There is more tech funding than France and Germany combined. And recently, the fastest growing European tech hub was set up in the UK, in Manchester, which has hugely increased the rate of venture capital funding as well. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of tax incentives, tax relief for both investors and companies in order to help stimulate this ecosystem. And finally, the UK has an advanced infrastructure, and it is the most popular country for international office locations from European tech scale-ups. Over 10,000 businesses have been supported in tech accelerators and incubators, and 75% of universities provide facilities for startups, usually for free as a collaboration in order to grow together. Really, it's a great location for startups, for scale-ups who are based here, who want to grow in the UK and scale internationally. And I wanted to also say that COVID has actually also amplified the interest and investment into impactful companies, which is the area that I specialize in. And as an example, this is in areas such as deep tech, smart cities, 5G and IoT, clean tech, healthcare, food and agri-tech, and a number of other areas. And I would say that this is coming from all sides. You have COVID has amplified the focus from entrepreneurs to focus on healthcare, both physical and mental health, as an example. And with this increase in entrepreneurs focusing on this, it's also coupled with investors who are extremely interested in investing more into this ecosystem, both from a passion perspective. They realize the importance of mental health, for example, but also from a financial perspective. They see that there are huge growth opportunities in investing more into innovative healthcare, as there is an increased need for it. And with this, the UK government is pouring a lot of resources into supporting these industries. So it's really coming from all sides, and there are exciting opportunities for companies here to grow when they are marrying profit and purpose. And it's not just the diversity of industries. It's also important to note that the UK is not just London, but it's really the entrepreneurship is spread across the whole of the UK. And there are a number of opportunities there. And the UK government has made a lot of effort to focus different types of industry support across the different regions of the UK. So, Scotland being one of the highest areas of entrepreneurship, and the Midlands, for example, having a lot of focus on food and agri-tech, as well as robotics and IoT. So really looking across the whole of the UK, there are a huge amount of opportunities that are spread out. And us Dealmakers would be very happy to talk you through any of these opportunities and help you understand what are the best places for you as an entrepreneur to look to settle and grow, depending on the industry that you are looking at. And really, when you're looking at the startup ecosystem, it's important to understand the whole journey of funding. So there are different funding opportunities available according to your stage. You have, at the early stage, you can look at bootstrapping, angel investors, and seed funding. Later on, for the growth and scale-up stage, you have venture capital firms that focus on Series A and Series B, and there are forms of equity crowdfunding. And later on, there are venture capital firms that are focused on Series C and beyond, and private equity firms. As I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, I'm really focusing a lot more on the early stage. So I wanted to just tell you a little bit more about bootstrapping, as well as angel investing. So really, bootstrapping is the number one route that I advise to all early stage entrepreneurs. And that is simply relying on your own revenue and your own ingenuity and interesting forms of collaboration in order to grow your startup without the need for external equity investment. There are also opportunities such as the startup loans that provide you with debt, which is very favorable to early stage entrepreneurs. And really, the reason that I always encourage early stage entrepreneurs to bootstrap and not get external investment is firstly because it really breeds good habits and helps you dig deep into what your business is really doing, really focus your energies on the key priority of the number one solution you are looking to address with your startup, and focusing on that and understanding your customers, understanding the process, understanding all of the challenges, and digging deep into those. And it might be a slower start, but actually you tend to grow your business a lot more effectively if you've understood how to bootstrap it without the ease of external investment. The other thing I would say quite simply is the earlier stage you are in the business, the harder it is to convince external people to come in and invest in your business, because at the early stage it's barely more than an idea, and investing in an idea as an angel investor is a very big risk because it's all about the execution of that idea. So I cannot recommend highly enough to bootstrap in the early stages. However, there are also opportunities for other type of investment, angel investors, and that is where my speciality is with my organization SeedTribe. And this is really an angel investor is an individual who invests their own money in a small business that wants to grow, and they can offer mentoring and support to business owners as well as money. So typically, from my perspective, the ideal angel investor is someone who has already been successful and had good experience in the specific industry that you are growing in, and they can add value through their experience, through their network, and really be a friend and supporter along the way, so that you're all bought into the same purpose and vision together. So this is very high quality money, and it is hard to bring angel investors on board. It is not an easy feat. You can go to platforms which help introduce you to angel investors, but it is important to note that it's a great partnership, but it's a lot of work to get there. And the more you have a proof of concept and customers on board, the more chance you have of bringing on great investors on the journey with you. And finally, seed funding, which is early stage venture capital, institutional investment, of which there is a lot in the UK. As an example, Marion Surgical moved over from Canada as a med tech company, and they were successfully able to bring on angel investors, and with that grow their company. So they moved over to the UK from Canada with the help of the GEP, were able to connect with the right investors that were right for them, and have now scaled internationally to become a global business. There are also opportunities beyond financing, and that is in the form of incubators, accelerators, as well as mentoring. So there are a lot of organizations that really bring together entrepreneurs in order to help them grow beyond just bringing them investment, and connecting them with mentors, with specialists, with advisors, as well as an incredibly useful peer-to-peer network. And again, as an entrepreneur, I've always found one of the most valuable resources that I have had access to and continue to have access to is my peers, and being able to be connected to entrepreneurs who are on a similar journey to you, who can understand what you've been through and may have experienced similar challenges to you. It's incredibly helpful. And these organizations, incubators and accelerators, are specifically designed to connect you with peers who can help you along your journey, and you can help them along the way as well. There are also, as I was mentioning earlier, great opportunities to have access to mentors who can support you along the way, who have been there. So they are often industry-specific people who want to come in and help the next generation in order to grow. There are a lot of organizations in the UK that can help connect you with the right mentor, or I would say the right mentors, as you would need a different mentor for a different type of challenge that you might be experiencing. And as an example, an organization called Rota Geek was able to join a a very reputable accelerator called Wyra, which is funded by O2 Mobile. And what Rota Geek do is that they enable they enable workers to connect with shifts more easily, but also understand how to look after their health and wellness in order to ensure that workers can continue being healthy and productive in the long term. And as a result of being part of this accelerator, they've been able to scale their company internationally as well, thanks to these connections. So really to summarize the Global Entrepreneur Program, we are here to support companies who feel that the UK is a great place to set up their HQ. And we can do this through being mentors, helping develop business plans, help you, of course, move over to the UK and relocate here, providing introductions to key networks and investors. We can give you guidance on how to grow internationally and give you continued help once you have moved over to the UK. So that's it from me. I will be available via the DIT for any questions and very happy to help for anything you need. So I wish you the best of luck and look forward to being in touch. Thanks.